Hi guys. So my name's Kiana. For those of you that don't know, this is the first video I'm making. I have gone back and forth between deciding to do a mental health type of vlog, get more people talking about it. It's a pretty big issue with me. I do deal with a lot of them, but I want people to get comfortable enough that it's talked about and it's more out in the open. I know that there are a few people that do talk about it, but for some that do, they do kind of get shut down in a way that they're just trying to get attention, or it's not real. Mental health is something you could just flip a switch, and it's not something that people really suffer with. I want to break that. I want to kind of just create this vlog in a way, and just know, full disclosure, I am not a professional in any way. I do not have any degrees in mental health research, or I am not a psychiatrist, a counselor. I am none of the above. I'm no way, shape, or form a health professional. This is just my experiences, things that have worked for me, things that maybe didn't work for me so much, but I'm hoping that someone kind of talking about it can either give someone ideas on things that can work, and if they don't, then maybe kind of get them thinking and hopefully take them in the right direction and hopefully help somebody out a little bit. So I'm just going to start off with saying I have PTSD, I have anxiety, I have depression, I have all that horrible things that you probably don't want to deal with. That's my cat. And my PTSD came from, I am a pharmacy technician. I've been working at this pharmacy for about 3-4 years. We about 2-3 years ago, can't really remember anymore, but about 2 or 3 years ago, we were robbed. Guns, masks, all of the things that you think of when it comes to robberies. I got pretty intense to the fact that my best friend got held hostage with a gun pointed at her head. And my pharmacist, who was actually, thank God, protecting us, he had his own gun and he was shooting back and not letting them, kind of letting them know that we're not going to just give up. So thankfully he was there because he did help us. However, in the shots fired, he did get wounded. He is okay, but it is still something that sticks with you. And then I did get a gun pointed at my head. A bullet flew right over my head to the point where if you look to where I was hiding, there was a bullet hole right above my head, a couple inches up. If I was sitting up a little bit higher, it's a possibility that it would have gone through my head. So pretty traumatic. That's where my PTSD came from. But I do suffer with mental illness, I think a little bit before that. I was a little bit mentally abused growing up. I'm not going to say by who. It is not important. However, the important thing is that it did leave me with this traumatic way of thinking. And the way that my brain has been grown into thinking is that basically everything's my fault. Whether it is or is not, that's how I think. At the end of the day, if something messes up, or if someone messes up, or if something happens, someone made a decision and it's the bad decision, it's my fault. That's how my brain's kind of been working, and I have been taking steps at getting better, not just over the mentally abused part, but also the PTSD. I've always had a little bit of issues here and there, but I think getting robbed really opened that door for anxiety and depression to come in a lot easier. Unfortunately, the way it started for me was anger. It really let out my anger, and it did take it out on a lot of people. And if I could think of the most regretful time in my life, I think that would be it. I had about a year or two of just being angry at anything and anybody that was close to me, and I did take it out. So that's one of the main things that really got me to open my eyes to saying that I need help. And for those that don't know, I'm a very independent person. I don't really like to ask for help. If I do, I feel weak. If I don't, I feel like I can work through it on my own. no matter how long it takes, I know I could do it. And that's not always a good thing in mental health cases, in my opinion. I think it's always okay to get help, and I think it's always okay to ask for help. There's always going to be at least one person close to you that would love to help you, that would love to be there for you. And it just took me a while to figure that out. It took me a while to figure out that I'm not a burden. That is just a little extra help that people need sometimes, and that's okay. That's been the hardest thing for me to come to grips with, is asking for help, I think. And I just really want to create this and maybe talk about my past experiences, my struggles and all that. So hopefully it can help somebody out who was in the same boat as I was at the very beginning, who's scared, who feels alone, who feels like a burden, who doesn't want to ask for help, who doesn't think they need help, or who thinks help is weakness, any of the above. Just know I was there. I've been there. I know all those feelings. It's not a good feeling. And at the end of the day, I just want people to know that it's okay. It's okay to have these issues. It's okay to have bad days. It's okay to have great days. It's okay to feel a little bit weak. It's okay to ask for help. The biggest supporter I have is my fiance. He's the best help I could ever ask for. He's better than any therapist, doctors, anything. Just in my opinion, and at least who I've seen, not all doctors are bad, not all therapists are bad. They're all going to help you in some type of way. They're all going to help you kind of open your eyes a little bit to see what your biggest issues are that you need to work on, and possibly give you some steps, maybe their opinions and steps that can help you get to where you want to be. But I gotta say, the best person that I could have ever asked for help is my fiance. We're going on 4 years now and getting married next March 2020. So I'm really looking forward to that. However, we have not had an easy path, and still till this day, it has not been easy. We fight, we struggle. We think right now we're working on our communication, because we communicate very differently, and I think that's how every kind of couple is. There's always one person that thinks very emotionally, one person that thinks very logically, and I think that's what makes a great couple, is that they take the time and they work on getting to that middle ground where you can be emotional but not too emotional, so you have a little bit of logic in there, as well as the other way around. Cats are everywhere. I have 4, so you're probably going to see them going crazy. But that hasn't been my biggest struggle, is finding communication, finding that right amount of anger and sadness. And for the record, it is okay to be sad. It is okay to be angry. It's okay to feel the things that you're feeling, but it is not okay to take them out on people that do not deserve it. And that, I think, was the biggest problem for me. I did take it out on a lot of innocent people, and I think what fully got me realizing that I need help was a little bit from my mom, who brought to my attention that I am a lot like her, very independent, very headstrong, very tough. I'll figure it out on my own. But her telling me that I think it's time that I need help really helped me take that first step in seeing a therapist. For the first time, and I've never done that, and it was a terrifying thought that I would need a therapist. So as soon as I found one, I went, and right off the bat, I wanted to work on the PTSD, because that was my biggest struggle at the time, and it was tough. It was really tough to sit there, and what she did was amazing, but for fair warning for people, it is very hard. It's a very, very rough patch to be in, and what she really focused on was the robbery, and basically every appointment I had to relive that just a little bit more each time, and it's something that no one really wants to think about. And so to relive that, and to keep going back, and to keep figuring out the emotions, and to figure out what happened and did all this stuff, it was really hard. I had to have someone drive me there and back, because it was very emotionally draining to do that. And there was a point in my time seeing her that I thought, how is this making me better if I just keep reliving the thing that honestly, at the end of the day, made me worse? How is reliving it every single day or every week going to make me better? And there was a point in my time where I didn't want to go back. I didn't want to go back to see her because I was scared. I don't want to rehear the shots firing. I don't want to hear the yelling. I don't want to see the masks. I don't want to see the faces. I don't want anything to do with that. I just wanted to forget about it. It's not how it works, unfortunately. So it took some time for me to realize that actually going back and thinking about it constantly, at the end of the day, it did help me a little bit each time. And it was a struggle. It was a road trip. It took a while. It really did. And I just want people to maybe, hopefully, if they're afraid to go to therapists, don't be. It's a scary thing. And it's for a lot of people who are probably like me, very, very independent, it's a very hard thing to do, to take that initial step into getting help. And I just want to let them know that it's going to be hard and it's going to be tough, but it'll be worth it. It's one of those blessings in disguise that you feel like it's not working, or you feel like you don't want to go back because you're very independent, and that's okay. But if you're having trouble maintaining stable relationships, whether it be family, friends, romantic, if you're having trouble maintaining that stability in those, it's probably time to ask for help. It's probably time to realize that, yeah, you're strong. I know you're strong, or you wouldn't be here today. But you're not strong enough to handle it on your own. And it's not that you're not strong enough, but you don't have to. It's a lot better when you have somebody there with you. When, my fiance, for example, the first person in my life that's never left me because I'm too much. I flip out, and when I flip out, I flip out. It's bad. I push, I yell, I scream, I throw things. It's bad. But he's the person that I need to stabilize me, and I am so grateful and so blessed that I was able to find somebody like that. And I think my realization is that I put down my armor with him, and I trusted him more than anybody in my life. And there's still things that I need to maybe open up to him about. But for the most part, he knows a lot of what's happened, or a lot of what I've been through. And there have been times where it's rough to maybe communicate that. You don't know how to communicate that. You don't know what you're feeling. You don't know what you're thinking. You don't really know what you need to communicate exactly, because it's so normal to you, or to me anyways. Again, just saying, based off my own experiences, everybody's different. Everybody handles things differently. Everybody thinks things differently. So everything I'm saying is not how everybody with mental health problems go through, because everyone's going to have a different story. Everyone's going to have different struggles. But this is just me personally. But there's things that I talk to him about that I don't talk to much people about. And by much people, I mean maybe I talk to my mom or my sisters about. I don't tell friends. I don't tell much family. I don't tell many people. But he's the one person that I can come home to, and I can, working on it anyways, I can communicate things. I still have struggles where there's days where it's been a hard day at work. I mean, I work retail pharmacy. There's a lot of patients that I have that think they're entitled to everything, and that's a little stressful, especially for somebody like me who's very voiceful, who doesn't like disrespect, who doesn't believe that you automatically earn disrespect, like you get disrespect because you're older, you gotta earn it. So it's a very hard job for me sometimes to kind of bundle up the emotions, and especially with the mental health problems that I have, makes it a lot more harder to control. Sometimes I get in trouble. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I do lash out. But there's days where I can come home and I just know that I'm home and he's my home, and it makes me feel better. And recently I've been working on finding the good, something good every single day, because work is gonna suck. It's work. No one likes to adult. No one likes to go to work. No one likes to get yelled at by 80-year-old patients just because that they didn't call in their refills until they're out, and now it's my fault that the doctor hasn't replied. So nobody likes to hear this. Nobody likes to get yelled at for no reason. That's not your fault at all. And I've had issues on taking that out when I get home, on holding on to the bad and coming home, and he doesn't know what to do because I'm just in this bad mood, whether it be bad mood as in depressed or bad mood as in angry, bad mood as in sad, bad mood as in tired. There's all these different ways that it can show, and it never really shows good for me, and I'm working on that. I am taking it day by day, and I even have a little alarm on my phone every day right before I start to go home to remind me to find a good, to find at least one positive, whether it be something someone said, something someone did, something I did, if I'm proud of something or happy about something, or if I heard something that's coming to town, anything positive. And, just because I have to have an alarm, eventually it will be a normal thing for me to do. And eventually it'll help me enough that I won't need an alarm, that I won't need reminders, that I can just reset my brain. It's going to take time. It's really going to take maybe a while, maybe a few days, depending on what your step is. But I've gone through multiple steps to try to figure out how to fix things and how to handle things better, because I don't want this to control me. I don't want my emotions to take over and ruin good things that I have in my life, or my emotions completely disappear and then I'm just this heartless person. I don't want that. I don't want it to grow to anything extreme. It's okay to be sad, and it's okay to have bad days. But if you're just going to let it take over you, it's going to consume you, and eventually you won't have just bad days. You'll have multiple bad days in a row, maybe possibly leading up to a bad life, just because it's taken control. And I don't want that for anybody. I don't want anybody to be scared that it'll take control, but I want people to be aware that I was close to letting it control me. I really was, and I know, looking back on a lot of things I've done or said, I was maybe another year away of it completely consuming me. And when you think back to what you want in life, whether it be a relationship, a marriage, a friendship, a career, anything in life that you want, it's going to be hard to maintain or to get to if you let it control you. That's not how the world works, unfortunately. And there's going to be days where we're going to feel like we don't want to smile or don't want to laugh, but at my job, I got to. At my job, I have to put on that face because I'm in customer service, and I love my job. I love helping people. I love seeing them smile when I took the time to call their insurance to get something fixed that most pharmacies probably wouldn't. I love helping them. I love doing what I do. And I'm currently about to go to school to become a nurse so I can help people even more. And it's something that makes me feel really good. But like I said, there's some days where you just don't feel good, no matter what you're doing. And sometimes you have to put on that face. You have to smile at them and say, have a great day, or anything like that. But, at the end of it, you don't feel good. And what good is that going to do to you or to me? Just sitting there feeling horrible. Even doing something I love and I feel horrible. I want people to know that this is okay, but at the same time, there's a certain line you got to draw for yourself. How far are you willing to let it control you? How far are you willing to go in life struggling or alone or any of this? I know I didn't like feeling like that. I don't like feeling alone. I don't like feeling like a burden. I don't like feeling like there's no hope. It's a horrible feeling. And I hope maybe one day talking about it enough, even if no one watches, but just letting it out basically in a video diary, maybe that's another step. Maybe another step is just talking. Maybe we don't have to see a doctor to get medication or anything. Maybe that's why counselors work so well, because they may not help you in their thoughts. You go in there and you let everything out and you come out feeling slightly better. Maybe that's the trick to feeling better, is just talking. Whether no one's listening or someone's listening. But talking, I think, is really important when it comes to people like us. It's really, I think, one of the biggest steps in getting better is talking. And there's going to be people that shut you down. There's going to be people in the world that are going to say it's fake. You just want attention, etc., etc. There's going to be people like that. But if we keep letting them win, how is that going to help anybody? Whether this helps somebody today, tomorrow, next week, a year, 2 years, at least it'll help. There's probably going to be a person watching this right now saying, this is fake. You're just trying to get that attention. You're trying to get people to feel sorry for you. I'm really not. I have a great life. I have a great fiance. We're in the process of buying a house. We're planning a wedding. There's many things to be excited for. I don't need people to feel sorry for me. I don't want people to feel sorry for me, because at the end of the day, I couldn't ask for anything better in my life. So I'm hoping that maybe creating something like this, we're creating a page where people can go to and just at least know that they're not alone, because God knows you are not alone. There's hundreds, maybe millions of people in the world that struggle with things like this. And it could be all in different forms. It could just be a little bit, it could be maybe here and there, it could be a lot. It can take over. It all varies for a person. Like I said, everybody handles things very differently. So my experiences and my steps that works may not help a lot of people watching this, but at least, I don't know, at least it's a place to talk about it. I want people to send me messages or comments on things to talk about, or opinions, or even if they have steps for me to get better. Anything. This is a place that I want people to talk. I want people to ask. And whether it's something that you ask me to talk about, or you message me privately and ask me not to talk about it, it's giving you a place to talk. And I think that's the strongest thing anybody can do in a situation like this. When some people feel ashamed, some people feel alone, some people feel scared, some people, like I said, feel like a burden. There's all these feelings that people shouldn't feel for having issues like this. And not even issues, just struggles. And as I make more videos, I'll make shorter videos, but talking more into depth of one specific thing. This is just kind of a general first video of what this is going to be, what I hope it's going to be. I hope I can at least help one person, or one person. I don't even have to know if I help them, but I just hope that one person can take something from this. And I hope maybe we can start a community about talking about it more and shutting down those people that say that it's fake. There's probably more of us than there is of them. I think we can handle it. I think we're strong enough. If we're here today, still fighting the things that we have, the demons that we have, and struggling with certain things, if we're still here today, I think that's the strongest thing I've ever seen in a person. Even if you just get out of bed, put a smile on, real or fake, but you put that effort into starting your day, that's strong. Even just taking a shower is strong. Doing your makeup for absolutely no reason, just because you just want to get done up, that's strong. Just making your bed is strong. There's a lot of things people look past, but little steps like that for people that do struggle with a lot of these things, it's the strongest thing I've ever seen anybody do. Especially if you have a job. And no matter what your struggle is, no matter what you're going through, you get up every day and you go to that job. I couldn't ask for more for a person. There's a lot of things people aren't going to know about everybody and what they go through or what their struggles are. I don't think anyone's ever going to truly know, but I want you to know that doing little things like that may seem like a normal thing for other people, but for us, we know it's not. We know it's a struggle. And I want you to know that that's the strongest thing I could ever say anyone like us can do. Whether we talk, get dressed, put on makeup, do your hair, take a shower, make a bed, eat breakfast, love your animals. Cats are jerks. Loving them's hard sometimes, but you do it. You're human. You're gonna mess up. You're gonna make a lot of mistakes. And there's gonna be a lot of trial and error. But if you ever watch Meet the Robinsons, if you never fail, you never learn. I think that's the best quote coming from a cartoon, especially. It's something that stays really well with me. And it's one of my favorite things about that movie because it's something I need to hear. And whether you've seen that movie or haven't seen that movie, it's an underrated movie. It really does help people that feel like they fail a lot and they want to give up. It really helps remember you can fail 1,000 times, but once you succeed that one time, after trying it thousands of times and you finally succeed in it, you can't deny that's a great feeling. And I compare that a lot to what we go through. You're going to fail 1,000 times maybe to feel happy or to feel like you're taking a step forward or to feel great or to see a positive. You're going to fail. There's going to be trial and error in this. But I can't even tell you the first time that I felt good in a long time. It's an indescribable feeling. It's something that kind of proves to you that you can do it. I'm starting to tear up just thinking about it, but if you push through and you just keep trying and keep trying, one day something's gonna happen. Something's gonna happen that makes you realize that all of it was worth it. And it's gonna push you to try harder, and it's gonna push you to keep going. And I hope every single one of you can find that. Whether it be a baby, adoption, pregnancy, a marriage, a fiance, an engagement, a boyfriend, a girlfriend, a best friend, or a loyal animal. Something's gonna happen, and it's gonna be a great day and a great feeling, and it's gonna override all of those negative ones that you've had or currently have. And it's gonna be tough to remember that feeling, But I mean, like I said, my little step and hopefully getting better is I have an alarm to remind me at the end of the day, think of something positive. Even if it's just I saw a bunny hop across the street, something. And an alarm may not work for you, maybe a journal, maybe a Post-it note on the mirror, maybe an alarm, maybe just taking 5 minutes of once you get home and just don't do anything, don't rush to get something done. Just sit there and just think. Just find that one positive thing, no matter how small it is, find it and hold on to that and make your day revolve around that. If you come home to somebody, don't revolve around the negative stuff, because that's going to bring them down deeper with you. Think about the positive and hold on to that. I know in this day and age, it's really hard to think about positive stuff. There's a lot of things going on in this world that are so negative and just so evil or so bad. But there's going to be little things, a flower blooming, the sunshine, the sunrise, the sunset. There's going to be things. Just being blessed that you woke up means you have a purpose. That you get another day to live. Some people don't have that security. Some people don't even know. Even if that's the one positive, even if it's every day that's your one positive, is that you woke up today. That is the best positive thing ever. You have a purpose, and your purpose isn't done. So find it. Search for it. Go on adventures. Go hiking. Go get scars. Go live. Maybe that's your purpose. Maybe your purpose is to find an animal that needs help, or helping somebody else. Whatever your purpose is, there is one. And as long as you keep waking up every day and you keep trying, your purpose isn't done. You can't live around the negative. You can't let that win. You just can't, because even through all this negative stuff in the world that's happening, there's so many good things, so many positives. And I hope to help somebody find that. There could be billions of reasons. There could be billions of purposes, billions of positivity. I know it's hard to find it. I know it's hard to even imagine it. Little steps each day. And I promise you, as long as you keep waking up, as long as God is letting you give that other day, you're going to find it. And all of this struggles, celebrations, it's all going to be worth it. My favorite song to listen to on bad days is Bless the Broken Road by Rascal Flatts. That's something to really listen to. There's a lot of struggles that you go through, that anyone goes through. Well, it's all going to lead to something. Maybe even if that's just a stronger you. It's going to lead to something, and it's going to be the greatest thing that you can ever feel, even if it's little. But I want you guys to know, a small step forward may seem small to you or to other people, but I know it's going to be the biggest step that you could ever take. And I want people to keep reaching for that little step forward. Even if you take 5 steps back, take a little step forward. It's going to feel really good. I can't even think of something negative right now because I'm so focused on preaching about this positivity thing. Write, talk, set an alarm, put a post-it note. Watch. My favorite thing to watch when I'm depressed is Whose Line Is It Anyways? Best thing. Lifts me right up. Also, another thing that lifts me up is maybe just watching my cats. They're dumb. My kitten is clumsy. She runs into walls, but she's fine. And it's probably one of the best things that I could watch is just watching them be them. Talk to somebody. My person's my fiance. Makes me feel better. He does more than he knows, than he realizes. He's helped me more than anybody in the world. And that's because I've asked for help. I've showed him I'm not as strong as I'd like to be, and that's okay. But now he knows I need help. And there's things that I'm helping him with, and maybe one day I can spend the rest of my life paying him back for all that he's done for me. He doesn't realize, but it's the reason I'm here. Little things. I just bought a Disneyland game on Xbox that it's meant for kids, but you go around Disneyland talking to the characters, doing little events. It's a fun thing. May seem silly to some people, but little things, find little things like that make you happy, even if just a little bit. Watch a show, play a game, find that one person, talk to somebody, leave a comment, leave a message. Watch an animal, take a drive, go hiking, write in a diary, leave post-it notes, listen to songs. Whatever it may be, find it. Find it and focus on that. And slowly but surely, you will find yourself getting better. And you will find yourself being way in more control than you could ever thought you would be. And that day's coming. As long as you wake up every day, that day is coming. And all of us will seem like nothing. All these struggles or troubles that we all go through, whatever it may be, it'll seem like nothing because you would find the purpose and something worth living for. We're human. Don't forget that. We're gonna make mistakes. It's gonna be a lot of trial and error. But don't give up. Whether you're really big on essential oils, that helped me. I do lavender a lot. I do cinnamon clove, or clove leaf, I believe is what it's called, for depression. My fiance bought me a mini diffuser for the car, so I can have that on my way to work or from work or wherever I'm going. My mom bought me a necklace that you put drops of oils in and you smell it all day. I have a diffuser in our room. I have a pillow spray. I have all these different things that help. I turn off the lights while I take a shower and just do Christmas lights and just listen to music. I sit in there for a while, let the day wash off. There's many little things. Watching the rain, watching the sunrise. I cannot stress it enough. Find it. Even if it's a bunch of little things that work. Find them. Smile. Life is worth living, I promise. I absolutely promise something is gonna happen. As long as you keep trying and you know it's okay to ask for help when you need it. It's okay. It's okay to be on medication. It's okay to go see a counselor, a therapist, a psychiatrist, a doctor, It's okay. I did it. And as scary as it was, it really helped. And I feel like I'm in this place now where I still have a lot of work to do, a lot of growing, a lot of steps forward to take. But I'm at this place where I know that I'm going to get there. I have hope again, and I haven't felt that in a long time. So even if you haven't felt hope in years, you'll feel it. Just keep trying, keep searching, keep failing and learning. Just don't give up. That's the one thing I want to leave you guys with on this message. It's a 40-minute long video. I am so sorry, but do not give up. I promise something is going to happen, and it's going to be the greatest feeling you'll ever feel, that you'll want to keep doing it so you can feel that feeling again. Leave comments, leave messages. Let's create a community. Let's create people talking about this. Maybe there's going to be people that you know that you didn't know suffered with this, and they're going to know the same thing. Maybe they're going to be the greatest help you can ever get. Let's make a community out of this, and let's keep talking. I was thinking about maybe doing these videos while doing a makeup tutorial. I'm not professionally good at makeup, like a lot of the makeup tutorials are. I've tried a lot of their makeup, and I can't really do it. So maybe I'll just do makeup tutorials for us normal people who don't have the makeup talent. I don't know. Leave me suggestions, leave me ideas, leave me topics or opinions from your life experiences that maybe I could try out or other people can try out. Leave me something to talk about. If you don't want to talk about it, but you want somebody to talk about it, let me know. I'm here for you. This is helping me feel good as far as letting it all out and talking about it, but at the end of it, I am here for you. I'm here for this community, and I have never felt more in place. I hope this works. I hope this gets around. I hope people can talk about it and not feel ashamed. So let's start it. Let's start this community. Let's start leaving comments. Let's start leaving messages. Let's start reaching out to people. Let's start, maybe the positive thing in their life will be these videos or your comments or your messages or you reaching out to people. Maybe that will be their positive. Who knows? But let's start something. Please. Leave me comments, leave me messages, leave me topics, leave advice, even if not for me, but just for somebody who goes through comments. Leave your trial and error, leave your stories. Start your own vlog. But let's start it today. Don't give up. Something's gonna happen in each and every one of our lives that it'll be worth living. Let's start it, and let's not give up. I'll make another video next week, but until then, leave comments, talk to somebody, reach out to somebody. Do your own little homework, research. I saw this quote that I want to end on with that I want to share with you guys, and I know probably a lot of you have heard it or seen it, but let's just leave a quote at the end of every video to take with us. The one I found is, you don't have to control your thoughts. You just have to, you don't have to control your thoughts. You just have to stop letting them control you. See you next week.